Okay, I've never really done a video like this before. It's probably not suitable for Instagram. I'll stick it on YouTube. It's information based. A while back, I did a podcast with an amazing guy called Stephen Bartlett. He's the new dragon on Dragon's Den. And we got into what I do on a daily basis in the biohacking regime. Now, all biohacking means is a silly Americanized term that means shit I'm doing that no one else is doing to try and press the pause on my body falling apart and brain, ideally. I'm not qualified. I'm no expert. Do not change anything you're doing based on this video. All you might do is a bit of research and speak to a doctor or someone who actually has a qualification. But because I have been asked so many times, what you're doing, bruv, I'm going to tell you. The first thing I'm doing will cost you no money whatsoever. I'm very lucky in that I've learned to eat when I'm hungry. I eat a shitload. I think my lunch is in the bin over there. What's left of it was about 1,500 calories. I've currently got a bulging snake belly from it. But it just so happens that was about 17 hours since I last ate. Once you stop eating shit, your body regulates itself. You might still need breakfast, or you might be like me and you might not. I simply don't eat breakfast. Not out of because I read some blog about intermittent fasting and it's trendy, but because I'm not hungry. Eat when I'm fucking hungry, don't eat shit. That's it. I'm not going to talk about carbs, fat, protein, although you need a bit more protein if you're doing lots of exercise. But eat when you're hungry, don't eat shit, moderate amount, treat yourself at the weekend, boom. That's the first thing I do. I don't eat shit. Secondly, I do not have membership to a gym. I do not have a personal trainer. I do not take any professional advice on exercise. What I do is in this hotel room or dressing room, I just make up any old shit and try and do stuff for maybe 30 minutes a day, but 7 days a week. That's it, something every day. I might do some sit-ups, I jump on the spot, I try and get my heart rate into the cardio zone, I do that for 30 minutes. So they're two free things that I'm doing. No fad diet, no special equipment, no gym membership, no personal trainer, doing those. Supplementation wise, following the science. By the way, I should just say the reason that the not eating for 16 hours appears to do stuff. The science says, not me, the science, that once you start entering that sort of fasted state, which happens when you've been asleep about 7 hours, your body starts to feast not just on fat, but on shit, like old cells and junk. It's got a posh name, strap in, apoptosis. And apoptosis is just cleaning out and killing all the old, like you've got little granddad cells going around your body going, shall I just hang around? And these old or senescent cells just build up until you turn into an old cunt and die. I'm still going to turn into an old cunt and die, providing I don't die from something else first, but hopefully with less senescent cells and a little bit more slowly. Supplementation wise, that's what you're all interested in, because you keep fucking asking me. Please don't just go and buy this stuff because I've said it. I'm just telling you what I do. Who have I studied? People with actual qualifications you should probably go to. If you're going to read one book, let's keep this whole video really simple. Read one book, read Lifespan by David Sinclair. The guy's got about 8 PhDs in aging. That's all he studied. He's not some quack who wants to sell you something. He's not putting butter in his coffee and lives in California, although that guy's pretty good as well. This guy lives in a laboratory doing tests on mice and other mammals to try and work out different chemicals and supplements that might have an effect on aging. And the main problem with aging is, as you probably heard, I don't know how true this actually is, but in 7 years' time, none of you will remain. You replace over 7 years, every cell is replaced. We are not digital creatures. We're partly analog, meaning, those of you who are old enough to remember analog technology, if you try and copy one thing to another on a photocopier, it gets fainter and fainter until the information gets lost. So we're shit at copying. The copies get slower and slower until eventually old cunt die. So you want supplements that help with cellular regeneration, cellular repair, cellular accuracy. Your fasting and exercise will help with that. No fasting on purpose though. If you're fasting on purpose, fucking eat breakfast, fuck it all off. I would recommend number one supplement, expensive as fuck. That's the problem, but you don't need much of it if you're under 50. It's called NMN. This is what I use. This is the brand I use, Alive by Nature. There's one supplier in the UK. I think they're called NAD Labs. It's nothing to do with your bollocks. It's pure NMN. I'm hoping you can see that. Let me just do a little close up on it for you. That's your pure NMN. sublingual powder. Sublingual doesn't mean oral sex. What it means is you take a little scoop of it. It looks dodgy as fuck. You take a little scoop of it under the tongue. Some people believe that your gut acids eat it up, and at 100 odd quid a pot, you don't want your gut acids, even if it's a slight chance. So under the tongue dissolves, doesn't taste of anything. They do pills as well. That's the first thing I take. I also take Fisetin every morning, or Fisetin. This is another supplement that supports memory and cognitive function. It's in the same family, cellular repair, making sure the body's regenerating overnight. It's less hardcore than NMN, which has got lots and lots of fucking real hardcore evidence. Fisetin's got some studies. Don't listen to me. Who the fuck am I? I'm just a jester. Go online, go to the double-blind placebo-controlled trials, look at twin studies, look at the studies in labs to see whether it's bullshit or whether you think these things do anything. I'm convinced they do. I'm Botox and filler free so far. I know you don't believe me, but I've got more lines than a naughty school child. More lines than a Gary at a party in Southend. That was a better one. What else do I take on a daily basis? I don't have the packs with me, so I'll just talk you through. This one's called PQQ. It's a pink pill, not as expensive as the others. Again, it's in the same family of stuff. Google it, look it up. PQQ, really good with cellular repair and getting those analog copies. The other essential one, I would say, if you only did 2, and if you can afford to do NMN, if you can't afford to do NMN, definitely take a bit of turmeric. That's good for you. I take that daily. But this is resveratrol. I take a gram of resveratrol every morning. You can take it on an empty stomach, but I have a teaspoon of olive oil first because there's a lot of evidence that suggests resveratrol is better absorbed and passes into the brain barrier with some fat in the diet. But obviously, if you're not eating in the morning, how are you going to do that? So, teaspoon of olive oil is what I have with my morning espresso. You notice this resveratrol is white. That's because it's micro-hydrolysed. What that means is you'll see a lot of resveratrol if you go on Amazon after this. That's not too expensive. Do not buy just resveratrol. It needs to be called Trans-Resveratrol. And the giveaway is it's micro-hydrolysed, i.e. it's a really fine powder. And it's got the word trans in front of it. Don't know what that means. Not a scientist. Don't need to say. I just know trans-resveratrol that's really ground down. There's one other really important thing you should fucking do. And that is when you're buying your supplement, make sure whoever's selling it to you can provide you with a certificate showing it's been checked in a lab by a third party, not by them, as absolutely genuine supplement. So NMN, PQQ, a gram of resveratrol, Fisetin. If you want to take one that's just for the brain because you've got dementia in your family, my great nan had a bit of dementia, this one's a good one. This is R-Lipoic Acid. Lipoic acid, again, do not be tempted to buy the cheaper N-lipoic acid. Make sure you buy R-Lipoic Acid. That's a one that helps more specifically with cognitive biohacking. Try and get plenty of sleep. If you're a man, masturbate every day. Strong evidence that fights off prostate cancer, lads. So lots of wanking. NMN. Eat when you once you stop eating shit. Eat when you're hungry. Works. No diet, no fad, no macro, no beep 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 scanning. Just get into an activity you like. If you're angry, box. If you like steps, do steps. The very least you could do if you watch lots of telly is stand up during the ad break. Someone told me that once. It's a change you could do straight away is if you're a couch potato or watch lots of Netflix like I do. Whenever there's a break or an advert, if you're watching ITV Play or something like that, stand up and sit down. Something you could change straight away. I do take a fair few other things, not gonna lie. Maybe if this is popular, I'll do a follow-up video with the other things that I take. But I would call those my core ones. I did mention briefly turmeric. It's not the turmeric. We all know what turmeric is. It's a yellow pill. You'll see it all over Amazon. Do not buy that. Buy curcumin, which is the active ingredient in turmeric. Ideally, sort of 95% curcuminoids is what you're looking for. Again, lots and lots of evidence with curcumin and how it helps with cognitive support and muscular soreness. Again, I'm not a doctor. Don't do it because I said it. Go to double-blind placebo-controlled studies online. If you don't know what a double-blind placebo-controlled study is, it's where they actually take people in a lab paid for by someone who's neutral, and 2 groups of people take supplements. One group has the real supplement, one group has a fake supplement, and the groups don't know. And at the end, they measure with loads of biometric and chemical tests to see if the supplement does what it says it does. As I say, I do take a fair few other things which are probably a bit more faddy and not as watertight, but they're the ones I take first thing in the morning, biohacking wise. For my skin, because I am 46, Botox free, filler free, all I do that is not given to you by Mother Nature is I have what's called a radio frequency facial. That's like a hot wand where they put radio frequency pulses through your skin. Very natural, not too expensive. What expensive moisturizer do I use? Please look away now if you're a skin therapist or a beautician, because you're not going to like what I'm going to say. I use pure coconut cooking oil straight from the tub on my face. How have I still got my hair, aged 46? Again, I am hacking losing my hair. So if you're a man and you're interested in how my crown is not thinning, how my hairline is still there, if there's an appetite for it, I will happily make another video talking about how I'm hacking my hair. So that's everything. I've never said this before. Like and subscribe and comment. If you want me to carry on with the other 10 or 15 supplements that I take on a daily basis that are a lot cheaper, and some of them do have an effect, happily do a video. If you want to know how I'm hacking my hair growth on a budget of, I would say, 10 to 15 pounds a month, let me know. No transplants, nothing like that. All natural and a killer chemical that is readily available. That's all from me now. Benjamin Button, goodbye.